What is going on, you guys? AK-40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven. I hope all of you are having a great day thus far. Today we are reviewing the King or top tier highest level headphones offered by Skullcandy. That includes earbuds, in-ear, over-the-ear, on-the-ear. These are their over-the-ear model, and these are the Crusher Anks. They retail for $299.99 US. However, they do go a little bit below for certain colors on Amazon and a little bit above. I have seen them range between about $280 and $340 depending on what colors and what kind of demand they're in. But generally $300 MSRP, and they are really good. Are they $300 good? That's what we're here to find out. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, over here at the Stormtrooper desktop, as always, going to go ahead and slap myself in here. Sorry it's a little smoky, I was just shucking clouds on the old vape. So, we've already reviewed the Skullcandy Hesh 3, which is the entry level into their over-the-ear, not on-the-ear, but over-the-ear headphones. We've also reviewed the Venue Anks, which are their mid-grade, mid-tier headphones, price going up accordingly. And then these bad boys are these are the top dogs here. These are between $280 and $350 US depending on when and where you buy them, as well as what color you get them in. I got these ones in their black trim, which I think is going to look really nice, really classy. So this has some serious features in it. Like, these are nothing to mess around with. Beautiful packaging here, as you'd expect, nothing less. Even the Skullcandy entry-level boxes look pretty good. So these have adjustable sensory base. That's what I was just mentioning. It's pretty intense. When you're using it for gaming, you know, and a gunshot goes off or a grenade or something really rattles your skull. Music, obviously, you get that. The sound profiling is taking an audio test on the Skullcandy app to perfectly tune the Crusher Anks to your unique hearing. So every human's ear cavities or whatever, every human's, you know, the curvature of our ears and stuff like that are different. So the way we all process sound is different. That's actually, little known fact, that's why dogs, like my German Shepherd, wherever she is, they do the little head tilt thing. Not only is it fucking adorable, but it's actually because, you know, their ears are completely like smooth on the inside. They don't have any of the weird, you know, ridges and shit we do. So they can't really process sound as well as us. I know they can hear good, but they have to do the little head tilt thing, and it kind of lets sound like come in better. Probably not describing that great, but hey. They have active noise cancellation, so microphones in each side that'll constantly monitor external noise if you're in the cabin of an aircraft. The fan of my PC on this side, the overhead air conditioner vent, you know, those things will be blocked out. You have 24 hours of battery life. That's constant use. Standby is several weeks to several months. I've said this before, and I'm not exaggerating. My Skullcandy Crushers that I've had, the Gen 1 Crushers, I've left them in my car in the glove compartment for 2 months, turned them on, worked out with them for a couple hours, about an hour and a half, put them back in my glove compartment, came back a couple months later, they still worked. I mean, the standby time is astronomical. You also have rapid charge, which is super awesome. 10 minutes of charge time in these will get you, I want to say, 5 or 6 hours of listening time. I'm not sure. They didn't specify it here. The Hesh 3s were 4 hours for 10 minutes. The Venues were 5 hours, and I'm assuming these are probably 5 or 6 as it is their high end. You also have Tile App, which is basically a way to locate your lost headphones. So if you lose them in your house, Tile App will find your expensive ass headphones for you. You can, of course, activate Siri or Cortana depending on what phone you have from your headset. You can do that with all the Skullcandy over-the-ears, even the cheap ones like the Hesh 3. They don't label that in the box. Very sneaky, but you actually can do it. I tested it on the video review. Alright, so cracking into these bad boys. This is not open like the other ones where the box opens from the side. Okay, sweet. Alright, nice matte black box with the Skullcandy logo on there, and I believe it opens up in the center like this. Welcome to deeper dimensions of sound. Marketing. Yes. So honestly, from a small business owner's perspective, you kind of understand how this works. When you pay for a more expensive product, they're going to give you more premium packaging, so it's almost like an experience when you're unboxing it and everything. It kind of feeds into human emotion. I mean, that's what marketing's all about, is human emotion. Crusher Ank. So this is the QR code you can scan to get the Skull Candy app. We will be doing that, obviously, and that lets you set up your personal audio experience. But for now, we're just going to listen to it like the good Lord intended. All right, so not the most impressive. I thought there'd be like some laser cut foam in here or something. They even had that with the Venues, which is their tier down. Then you have your, make sure there's nothing underneath here. I don't think there is. All right, so in here you got your quick start guide and 2-year global warranty. This is your actual user manual. Really nice black pages with white font. The font is kind of small, but you know, if you're not like a boomer, you should be able to read it pretty good. Has all the languages, tells you all the controls, which I already know because I've owned several Skull Candy headphones in the past and whatnot. I think there is something in here because it's got to come with. No, I guess not. Oh, it's probably in the freaking carrying case, you know, I'm not. So carrying case, very nice. Same thing as with the Venue. The Hesh 3s do not come with a carrying case, but then again, they are substantially cheaper than the other ones. All right, so opening up, got the nice little red tab there. Bam, got your premium headphones in there. Also have your, oh nice, that is premium. You have a USB-C, not micro USB for charging. All the other models use micro USB, so USB-C usually is faster data transfer, faster at charging, and you can plug it in either way. So that's the perks of that. You have your 3.5mm headphone jack if you want to go wired. Say for example you're gaming on like a PS4, which does not support audio Bluetooth devices. I've tried. You're going to need to plug into your controller. We're going to do that too. So whenever I review headphones or a headset of any kind on this channel, I run it through the gulag basically. I run it through the Crucible. 3 challenges. Exercise, so intense movement, whether you're running basketball drills, boxing drills, something where you're moving around a lot. Does it stick on your head good? Does it make your ears hot? Do you get sweaty? How does it work for a good workout sesh? 2 would be, how does it perform for gaming? Even if they aren't gaming headsets, I'm gonna game with them. Find out, how does the mic quality sound? Are people in your chat complaining? Also, you know, how's the situational, the situational awareness? Can you tell people are creeping up to the left of you on multiplayer and shit like that? So we're going to do all 3 of those. Oh, the last one is professional music production. So you're running a program like Fruity Loops, Reasons, Pro Tools. You're making some kind of audio content, which I used to make instrumentals and beats back in the day. And you know, I had some really expensive Audio-Technica monitors. These aren't studio monitors, they're just headphones, but I want to see how accurate the sound reproduction is, the trebles, the mids, how rich is the bass, how dynamic is the range, stuff like that. Ultra soft, this is insanely soft. This is the same one that's on the Venue. The Hesh has a harder head pad here. These feel really good. Oh, nice black aluminum in there. Oh, man, those are easy to ratchet too. That feels buttery smooth. Ear cups feel phenomenal, abso-fucking-lutely phenomenal. So on this left side here, this is your bass slider. You slide this up and down to adjust how much pumped in or artificial amplified bass you want. It's not real bass. It takes whatever's in the content you're listening to, the song, the movie, the video game, and then depending on how much you have this bar up, it will amplify that and basically use haptic feedback motors to simulate insane bass. You have your power button here. Hold it down 3 seconds to power on and off. Tap it to pause and play songs. Double tap to activate Siri. You have your plus and minus volume. Double tap plus to go to next track. Actually, I lied. This doesn't double as the power button. This bar over here is actually the power button. This is just going to be dedicated for your play, pause, and then double tap for your assistant. On all the other models, this doesn't exist here, so this is also your power button holding it down. So we're going to go ahead and turn this bad boy on. As you see, the lights illuminate. This is your battery level and status indicator light as well. So as you see, it's flashing red and blue. I'm getting pulled over right now. So we're going to go ahead and pair these bad boys as they are in discoverable mode. All right, so there's a little female voice in here that just said device paired. She'll also tell you low battery, you know, power off, power on, stuff like that. That's in all the Skull Candy over-the-ear lineup. App not installed. The accessory Crusher Ank uses an app that you do not have. Would you like to get it? Yes, I would. That's probably, you know, what the QR code is for. Yep, the Skull Candy app. And you don't need that to listen to music in here. You can use them as a Bluetooth headset, but I would recommend installing the app. There's a couple little features that you can get, like your personalized sound settings, and it's free, so might as well just get it. All right, so this now has your dedicated user guide. So you do have the hard copy there, but you also have a soft online copy. It basically shows you all your controls and stuff. There's 23 pages of this shit. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. So I'm connected, 53% battery life. You can also go through your settings here, register your headphones for that extended warranty, find your lost headphones with Tile app, and then you can set up your personal sound, which I'm not going to do. I want to hear these headphones with the, you know, generic over-the-shelf sound. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up some dubstep or something here and listen to my, you know, my initial impressions of what they sound like. What's the dynamic range like? How do they sound just for, you know, the average consumer headphones? So first of all, before I even listen to music, I want to see about this here active noise canceling. Okay, so it's on right now. Well, that might be monitor. That's monitor mode because I can hear my voice amplified. All right, so in order to activate ANC or active noise cancellation, which is built into these headphones, you double tap this bar on the left side. Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah, that's good. So you have this female voice. She has a sexy little accent too. It says, noise cancelling on. Nice. Yeah, it blocks out a lot. My air conditioning was running right now. I can't hear that. I can barely hear my voice. The fan for my PC, can't hear that at all. So it works really good. Let's double tap again. Yeah, and then you triple tap, and that turns you into ambient mode, which is basically a monitor mode. So if somebody's trying to talk to you, you're playing some video games or something, the old ball and chain wants to walk in and tell you to take out the trash or something, you could just tune her out and, you know, keep noise canceling. But if you triple tap, it'll go into a 1, 2, 3. A monitor mode where now I can hear my voice normally. It'll mute or turn very low whatever content you're listening to, and you'll be able to hear everything from the outside world. Now you can also pick up and speak on phone calls with this by pressing the assistant button over here. So you press it once to pick up your call, press again to hang up in somebody's face, quadruple tap for an aggressive hang up. Just kidding, can't do that. And then obviously double tap for your assistant if you want to, you know, set a schedule or ask Siri a random question about geography or God knows whatever else. Let's get some jams playing, boys. Holy shit. Wow. Made me do the silly dance. Good Lord, boys. The bass is fucking phenomenal. I feel like I'm yelling. Just get my composure together real quick. That is insane because I own the skull. I can't even talk. I own the Skull Crushers. I've had them for about a year. The bass on these is substantially thicker. If you ever ridden in a car with some subs in the trunk or whatever, you felt that bass. Obviously, you're not feeling it in your body, but it vibrates the shit out of your head, and it's some deep, rich bass. Like it was hitting different frequencies of bass too. So, you know, it was dubstep, so it was like hitting some, you know, some higher bass and then some real low, you know, womp womp, some real low bass, so to speak. And fuck, dude, and. The bass slider is only right there, so I'm going to hit play again, and then I'm going to literally shatter my eardrums, if you'll excuse me. You can literally hear them, or feel them vibrating in your hand. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, whenever you adjust the volume from your headset, it's reflected on the screen, so you know exactly where your volume's at. I was maxed out 100 volume and 100 on the bass slider. It's the heaviest bass headphone that I've ever experienced by not even comparable. The only thing comparable to this is the previous generation, the Crushers, the Series 1 Crushers. These are fucking monstrous. Like these, I'm gonna listen to some more stuff, but it's so thick. It's so thick, the bass. All right, so I've been listening to these for about 30 or 45 minutes straight, you know, messing around with the bass leveling, obviously. I didn't have it at full the entire time because I wanted to hear what it sounds like. Basically the accuracy of the treble and the mids and stuff like that without the amplified bass or whatever. And then obviously I had the bass slider maxed out a few times just to experience it. and it really is an experience. Like, it literally tickles your eardrums, it like your temples and shit. It's pretty insane. It's like getting a massage on your head. It's insane. And I've had a lot of experience with headphones that have a lot of bass. Like, for example, my gaming headset is the Razer Nari Ultimates, which have built-in haptic feedback motors. So obviously for gaming, so they're very accurate. Like if somebody's shooting off to the right, you'll be getting little pulses on the right and stuff like that. And you know, I have the original series of these, the Crusher Series 1, I believe they were. They weren't the original Skull Candy Crushers. They're the Skull Crushers. Their naming for these is kind of weird, but it's the ones that aren't like the really old shitty ones that have like an inline battery pack where you had to have a AA battery inside the line, and it was just like really shitty. So these sound pretty good, and especially with the bass all the way off, they sound incredibly strong. The mids, the highs, everything sounds good. And then if you crank it up to just about a little bit below 50%, so I'd say about between 30 and 40%, that's the sweet spot in my opinion, where you still get that vibration from the bass, but it's not overpowering. Because once you crank it to 100, it's, you know, the only time you should really put these on 100 is, you know, when you're showing your friends, when you want to, you know, do like a little demo, like a little show for them, and people will be like, holy shit, like, that's the reaction you're going to get. If you put this on somebody and then have them slowly move the bass leveler up, they're just going to instant drenched. Like, it's fucking insane. It's an experience, it really is. But as for day-to-day listening, getting the most accurate sound and everything, I would say leave the... What the hell is it doing? That's weird. It started making a weird sound to me. I would keep the noise canceling on, and then the bass slider probably at about 30 to 40%. In my opinion, that gave me the best sound quality. These do also fold up for easy carrying, and then of course you can adjust them for different head sizes. So really nice. But let's see how it handles the working out, gaming, and then music production. Let's get it.
To get headphones working with the PlayStation 4 or Xbox, simply plug them into the bottom of the controller. For the PS4, you go into the options here by holding down the PS button, and you want to change your audio to all audio, so you're getting the game sound as well as your chat audio. And then you control your volume from volume control headphones, and you can also adjust your mic input. I generally keep mine right underneath the good. I feel like in the middle is a little bit too quiet, and anything above where the good is located is just a little bit too much. So dropping into Fortnite here.
Alright guys, this is with the Crusher Anks, or actually by Skull Candy, and actually really impressed with the gaming performance of these so far. I was very underwhelmed with the performance of the Hesh 3s, the Venues, as well as the original Crushers, but these actually have fixed or remedied the issues that I was complaining about. The microphone still does have that weird humming or whirring sound in the background that you simply cannot get rid of, which is greatly unfortunate, because that makes this pretty much a nuisance for gaming, because your chat's going to be complaining if you're streaming to something like Twitch from the console, or just, you know, chatting with your friends in an online multiplayer. However, I will say these ones, unlike the other models, you actually can turn them on and have them powered through the internal battery while you're in a plugged up wired mode, which is awesome because you can utilize the entire suite of features that it has. So I have active noise canceling on right now. I have the bass driver on, turned about halfway. So gunshots sound phenomenal. They're rattling my skull, gives me good situational awareness. If enemies are off to my right and there's shots to my right, it'll vibrate just the right ear cup, just like my Razer Nari Ultimates, which is really good that it gives you great situational awareness like that. Not to mention, the sound quality is actually phenomenal. You cannot use the onboard up and down volume levels to adjust the mic or the speaker volume, which is unfortunate. You do have to hold down the PlayStation or Xbox button and go into the audio controls and manually adjust your stuff like that, which is a little bit unfortunate. But all in all, these are some super gaming. If you can get over the mic quality, if you're just playing a single player campaign where you're not chatting, you're streaming, I would say these are a great viable option. They do sound really, really good. So I have active noise canceling on right now. I can't hear my AC or anything like that in the background. Like I said, the bass drivers are giving me great situational awareness. I was watching Hancock on Netflix, and there was some fighting and explosions going on, and it sounded super immersive, super awesome. The dynamic range is really good. The voices, mids were great. Treble was pretty strong. Bass, obviously, was incredible. I usually keep the bass slider at about 30 to 50%. Anything more than that, the bass is actually overpowering the rest of the dynamic range. But it's good for demos and stuff like that when you have your on, you want to shake their skull and get them drenched. So all in all, very impressed with this. For gaming, as well as pretty much every other test I've thrown at it, it's been pretty good.
So, as for video editing and music production with the Skull Crusher Anks, they're actually extremely accurate. The dynamic range goes very, very low frequencies, so you can hit some very deep bass. Now, granted, some of that's not really organic, the actual frequencies of the audio track you're listening to, so they're not quite like audio monitors as they are actual headphones. They're not meant specifically for video and audio production suites like Reasons by Propellerhead, Fruity Loops, Pro Tools, stuff like that. This is Adobe Premiere Pro 2019. This is what I use to edit my video footage. So obviously you see I have a music track in the background here while I'm doing my boxing and whatnot. Sorry, that was probably really loud if you're wearing headphones. So I'm basically trying to mix down the audio just perfect to where the background music is just that. It's in the background. It's adding ambiance to the scene, but it's not overpowering the raw virile sound of me slapping the old bag and whatnot. So yeah, honestly, they're pretty accurate. I feel like I was able to edit down pretty good. I didn't have to switch over to my daily headphones or anything like that, like I did with the Hesh and the Venue Anks. I actually couldn't finish editing. It wasn't up to my standard, so I had to switch over to my actual headphones. But with these, I was able to finish up my project and mix it down. So yeah, they're not bad. If you're trying to use them for music or video production, honestly, I would give them 1.5 thumbs up. I think that they're usable for sure. They're definitely usable. So my final thoughts, man, if you can get these things on sale meaning anywhere below $280, they do fluctuate between $280 and $340 on Amazon depending on the color as well as the time frame that you buy them at, because Amazon runs random sales all the time. It doesn't have to be a holiday or Black Friday or anything like that. I will have a link in the description below to the entire lineup of over-the-ear Skull Candy headphones, and I will also, I've already shot it, but I'll be uploading it tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have a full comparison of all four, so the entire lineup of the Skull Candy over-the-ear wireless headphone lineup. So if you're into that kind of content, tech reviews around gaming, peripherals like keyboard, mice, headphones, PC builds, controller builds, tutorials on how to set up things to get you started on YouTube and Twitch. Please consider subscribing. Hopefully I've earned your subscription here today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.